What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike here again with my guy Will, Uncle Phil Will. Will Suddeth. But yo, we're here. We're gonna be doing an ultimate organ, virtual organ shootout. This time we're doing software organs. So we're gonna be doing VB3. We're gonna be doing the Logic organ. We're gonna be doing the Native Instruments organ. We're gonna be doing B3-V by Arturia. We're going to be doing retro organs by UVI, and there's one more in it. There's one more we're going to be doing. It's like Arturia. It's 6 different organs we're going to be shooting out. So I got a real organ player this time. Like I've told you guys before, I'm not an organ player. So this time I got a real organ player, and we're going to dig through and we're going to do a shootout across all these organs, and I'm going to let Will make the decision for you guys about who's the best and who sounds the best and all of that stuff like that. And you guys can feel free to shoot it out in the comments as well. Without further ado, let's jump into it.
All right. What's up, y'all? Will Suddeth here. And we're going to get started on shouting out some of these software organs. So this first one is GSI's VB3 2. I played VB3 1 for years. That was my go-to software organ. That's what I used for all my tracks. And I like it. I liked it. And I think this one is pretty similar. Let's see if I got... Now I don't have the drawbars mapped, so I'm going to kind of just be playing around with some of these drawbar settings here a little bit. I'm gonna go full out on there. All right, so that's pretty cool. Now these software organs, after spending time listening to a real organ, is it sounds a little thin on the ears, but it's good for tracking. It cuts through. They cut through mixes pretty good. This VB3 is pretty good. It has a lot of tweakable parameters. I'm not gonna get into all that right now. It sounds pretty good. It sounds a little digital, but it's very similar to VB3 1, which again was my go-to for years. So it's pretty cool. All right, so now we're gonna review the Logic virtual organ. It's inside the Logic program. Not bad at all. I've used it before. It's not a bad organ. No, they did a pretty good job on it. Let's get some different sounds in here. So let's get a different drawbar setting. So. Overall, pretty good. I would definitely. It's definitely comparable to the VB3. I think it's a little bright, but all of these again, just like any of these, they're very tweakable. So you can kind of tweak it to your liking. It's got some distortion. A little rock and roll stuff. That's whack. But some good distortion, and it's got a whole lot of different stuff on it. So that was pretty cool. In comparison to the VB3, I would probably still, I'll probably put it neck and neck. Actually, I might put it neck and neck with the VB3, VB3 2, that is. So, all right, this next one we're gonna demo is a UVI B5. This is the one I've heard is the greatest virtual organ since sliced bread. So we're gonna see what's up. I think I like this one. I like this one pretty good. The tube distortion is nice. Let me take that. Let's take the tube distortion off and see what we got. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. I like the tone of this one. Yeah, I like the tone of this one pretty good. Has a decent Leslie, kind of digital, but I like it. I think I would. This one might be my favorite one so far. All right, this next one we're gonna look at is retro organs from the Hammer B UVI workstation. I think there's a number of different organs on here. I'm just going to grace you with one, and I don't know if I like this one. I don't see any drawbar possibilities on here, and I think they just have different sound sets for this. So there go to Leslie. Now you can probably answer that question for yourself, but you know, I'll give you my opinion. I don't like it. I don't like this Leslie. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, there's some low-end keyboards that I've heard that can get us a run for its money. So I would say no on this one. Sorry, UBI. I love you. All right. Native Instruments. This next one is a Native Instruments organ. Now this organ sound is dear to my heart because it reminds me of the B4. And the B4 was my first virtual organ, and I thought that was like not only the greatest organ ever at the time, I thought it was the greatest invention of all time because it sounded like a real organ at the time. Now, over the years, some sounds have developed and have gotten a lot better. It don't sound as good as it used to. That sounded good to me at one time. At one time, that sounded great. But now, I mean, you know, it kind of sounds like you're getting ready to close the box. So. Well, that's what it reminds me of. Let's try a full out setting. Now again, at one time, Native Instruments had B4. I think it was a little bit better, but it was very similar. Whatever engine they're using was pretty much probably the same thing. And is that full out? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not on the wrong register. Okay, I think that's full out. It just phases a little bit. There's too much of has a phase effect on it, and the Leslie, I can just see a sine wave. I can just see it doing that. So I would have to say I don't really care for this one. I don't know what you think. But this last one, the Arturia B3v. Now I heard that the original one, I think this is the version 2, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't heard the original one, but I heard the original one was like the last couple ones I just let you hear. Not that great. But this one, not too bad. It's warm. I think it's a little warm. I can deal with that. So let's go full all the way out on this one. See what we get. The Leslie. Listen, y'all, it's all about that Leslie. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, like, these sounds are good. Some of these sounds aren't bad by themselves. Like, you know, listen to this. When you listen to it, not bad, but it's all about that Leslie switch. I'm just, you know, if you're in one of those situations where you got to back up a preacher or something, and this is all they got, it'll work. But I'm just not feeling it. So that's my reviews on these. And I think out of all of these, I'm going to probably go with the B5. The B5 is probably giving me, you know, everything I need, and I can tell that if I tweak it the way I want it to sound more like a real organ and probably cut through and mix a little bit better. Has a good Leslie. VB3 has a pretty good Leslie, and Logic has a pretty good Leslie. Those three have good Leslie, so I would recommend those in a track or live or anything. The other ones don't have good Leslies. The Arturia has a good tone. The two I did before that, the retro, the UVI retro, and Native Instruments, I would have to give those a resounding no. God bless you. God keep you. May the Lord shine his light upon you.
All right. So that's from the Dr. Will. He is giving his prescription on what he what he thinks about or these different organs or what have you.
Sure,
so you can kind of take that. I want to hear your comments though in the your opinions in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, you know, because everybody's ear is different. Everybody hears something different.
Right.
Everybody thinks different. You may listen to the retro organs, Leslie, and be like, yo, that sounds great.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if it sounds great to you, then, hey, that's maybe where you want to invest or what have you. But other than that, you know how we do. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit all of those buttons that do things on the video. Big thanks to my guy, Will, again. We'll be out. Holla at your boy.
Yes, sir.